Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. In this video, we are going to go over the three different types of potentials. So local, resting, and action potentials. Potentials happen across the plasma membranes of excitable cells, primarily in neurons and muscle cells. And the different potentials are just describing the amount of a electrical charge basically that is happening at a specific time. We are going to start by going over local potentials. So local potentials are described as small, reversible, and short distance change in a neuron's membrane potential. So either depolarization or hyperpolarization. And this is caused by stimuli such as neurotransmitters. These types of potentials are also decremental, so they diminish over distance or lose their power over distance, and they vary in magnitude based on stimulus strength. And here's a little diagram on the bottom. So it's just showing at a certain point where those local potentials are happening. So the depolarization at this point and the repolarization at this point before the resting potential. Next, we are moving on to action potential. So action potential is the basic events the nerve cells use to transmit information from one place to another. They originate at the axon hillock, the electrical potential difference across the plasma membrane of a nerve fiber that is conducting an impulse. So specifically, that is an action potential. And these are caused by either threshold or suprathreshold stimuli upon a neuron. And they also consist of three phases: depolarization, overshoot, and repolarization. And then right up here is a little diagram, same diagram I used before, just showing where at one point the action potential happens. As you see, this is the top where the action potential is that burst of energy across the plasma membrane. And last but not least, we are going to go over resting potential. So this is the electrical potential difference across the plasma membrane of a resting nerve or a non-exciting. The nerve is not in an excited state, so it's just in that resting position. Its typical measurement is -70 millivolts. So at this point, the inside of the cell is more negative. It's also caused by unequal distribution of charged ions across the membrane, generated by ion movement through channels and pumps. And again, here is that diagram of where and when the resting potential happens. So as before, we have the polarization and depolarization. We have that action potential right at the top. And then after the repolarization is that resting potential, so that non-excited state. Thank you, everyone. That was my video on the resting, action, and local potentials and what they consist of. Thank you.